What up, good people?
Hey guys.
What it do? What it do? Hope you guys are all doing well.
Hey Pastor Nick.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I just got hot for some reason.
Yeah, it's warm outside.
I know. I'm like, geez. This is one thing I don't like about the fall. It's the up and down. It's cold, and then you got to bring a jacket. Then you don't need it. It's just. I like it when it's one temperature, either hot or it's cold. How y'all doing? Y'all come on in and join us if you can. Join us if you can for Maximize Mondays again.
Is that our theme song?
I don't know. You make it a new one every week. Come on in, y'all, as we talk about finishing the year strong. We had a good session last week.
Yeah.
Last week.
It feels like it was a month ago.
Oh, you telling. Come on in if you can. Love to hear from you. Come on in. We love to be able to chat with y'all about some things.
Hey Ava.
What's up, A?
Barbara.
What's up, Shy Native? Hey, Barbara. Come on in, get your questions ready, get your notebooks out as we learn about some things as we get Maximize Monday. I forgot the jingle already. How did it go?
Maximize Monday.
No, the one I just did like 2 minutes ago.
I remember.
It is a moment to be maximized. I don't know.
My glasses. I'm just feeling how crooked my glasses are.
Yeah, they are.
They're really crooked.
What's up, Keith? It doesn't look too bad. Nobody noticed it unless you said something.
So I'm turning my head this way to make them straight.
The vanity of these young people. Even though Maya's like almost 40 already, the vanity.
Oh gosh, I'm not quite there yet. Goodness.
I know. So y'all do us a favor and please come on in. Come on in the room. That's one thing I wish. I'm gonna take singing lessons.
Yeah.
I'm still not gonna sing out loud, but I would love to take singing lessons.
I think you're being too hard on yourself. I've heard you singing before. No,
you heard me. I can hold a note. That's a difference. Holding a note and being able to sing a solo is two different things.
Right, Ava? Just turned 30. Now I'm almost 40.
Well, I mean,
how does that work?
Time speeds up the faster. When you turn 30, time speeds up. It speeds up. Watch how fast it goes. Mm-hmm. Like this year alone, how fast did it go?
I believe it. It went in like a blink of an eye.
It's like that. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm gonna be 39 next month.
Wow. That's old.
Yeah, I'll be 39 next month, November 28th. $39, but it's all good though. I just turned 39. I will be playing. I'm not a big party plan. Tiff will be 40 before me.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be 40. She's 6 months older than I am. So she's trying, how y'all get ladies when y'all reach a certain age point. It's like the end of the world.
Deny it.
I'm not trying to deny it. So, I gotta get it all together. Like, oh. I'm the same way too. I'm like, by the time I'm 40, I got a year some change. Really, like I should have started working on my YouTube page years ago, which is, we're not going to talk about me,
But all in due time. And she says it's 4 months, not 6 months.
Whatever. It's somewhere along the line.
Those 2 months are important.
It's still the same thing. She's older than me. That's all that matters. Come on, we're in the semantics now. Look, y'all better be glad. I don't even remember my own birthday sometimes. So I don't remember how old people are. I don't remember birthdays that well. If I wake up on my birthday and I don't know it's my birthday until somebody texts me or I check social media and somebody says it, like, come on, you got to give me
That's
some.
too bad. That's what you probably do so much. They don't even realize.
Well, that and like by the after, like you gonna as you gonna see, after 30, it's like nobody really cares about your birthday like that anymore. So it's like you got to throw your own
another
party.
year.
It's like because after it's like certain age, like then it's like pivotal. Once you turn 40, then they have something 50, then 60. But outside of that, it's like whatever.
Yeah.
It's like who cares? You're just glad to be alive, you know. You know. Okay. So listen, y'all get your notebooks out. We're gonna get ready to rock and roll on our topic today. Get your lunch out. Learn. I got my salad in the back. Part of me thought about bringing it here and eating it because I'm kind of hungry.
It's lunch and learn, but we are in the sanctuary.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry a little bit, but we'll get this done so I can hear it. You need me back by 5:30, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, it's on me. Okay. All right, cool. All right, so last week we talked. If you missed last week's session, we were talking about how to finish the year strong. And this year, hey Joyce, what's up? This year we're going to well, welcome, Shy Native.
Hey, Shy.
Yeah. So just we do this every Monday at 1:00, as well as all the rest of the stuff. And at 5:30 today we have our recap. So we'll be back on at 5:30 on all platforms, right?
Yep, all platforms.
For our recap from Sunday Message and going forward. So last week, I can't remember all the points we talked about. Go back and watch it.
I don't remember either.
I don't remember much of any of them. But just do us a favor and go back and watch last week's as we continue to talk about how to finish the year strong and start next year even stronger. Now, one of the first things we want you guys to do, our first topic of conversation with finishing the year strong, is number one, reviewing your goals that you had when the year started. Go back to the things that you wanted to do when the year started. Okay? Then I want you to ask yourself a few questions. So think about your list now. If you got to write it on a piece of paper or type it in your phone, whatever. But get that. Now, hey, what's up, Larry? How you doing, man? We miss Larry's cakes, don't we?
Yeah, good cakes.
Even though I don't need those cakes right now.
Right.
Go back to your beginning of the year goals. Okay. And I want you to think about them. Then here's a big question. First, I want you to figure out why you either A, did not start working on them. That's number one. These next couple of Mondays are working sessions. So we're going to banter in between, but they're working sessions. So figure out why you didn't start them. You wrote them down, but didn't start them. Or why you started it and didn't finish it.
Yep.
So go back over your goals. Why didn't you start those goals? Some of you may have started some, but didn't start others. Number two, if you started them, why didn't you finish them? Right? Number three, if you're one of those people that you started your goals and you've been working on them, what can you do now to tweak them to make them better? Or what can you do to tweak what you're currently doing? The process. There you go. What can you change now to maximize the fullness of those goals?
Yeah.
So again, these are working sessions, y'all. I need you to think about these things because without an assessment, you'll never grow and never change. So we need to make these assessments.
Yeah.
Why didn't I start? Two, if I started, why did I stop? 3, if I was been doing them, what can I do to tweak the process so I can maximize it even more?
Yeah.
So I threw myself on the altar last week. I'll throw it back on there again. I told myself this year I'm going to work on being the best shape of my life. And then, like I said, COVID happened, and it was like cookies, ice cream, cake, pizza. It was like,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Guilty.
you know, got busy, stress eating, or whatever. You know, it could be. But the reality is that all of us need to do some assessment, because you can't change without assessing.
Yeah. And I think that's the first part of where we start to go wrong in making our goals, is that we wait until like the end of the year to make the assessment, where we should be doing them maybe like once a month, maybe at the end of the week, you know, just to continually making sure that we're, you know, keeping up with the goals we set for ourselves.
Absolutely. You're right. And you're right. We wait till like November. Oh, I still haven't started this.
It's too late.
Right. Rather, like you said, every week, every month, we're making assessments. Have I progressed? They say you eat an elephant one bite at a time. A lot of people get discouraged. This is why gyms always have great deals the end of December, beginning of January. Because they know the first couple weeks of January is packed.
Yeah.
By March or April, they're back to their regular base. And then what do? They know that a huge percentage of those people that signed up for the gym are going to stop coming, but they're going to keep their membership paid, because they're going to keep telling themselves that, watch this, one day I'm going back.
Yep.
And like in knowing human beings like us, we haven't been to the, you know, we'll miss a whole year of gym, but pay $30 a month for a membership for
that
just in case.
At Planet Fitness,
Yeah.
I paid for it for 10 months. Only went for one.
They ride the wave of enthusiasm.
Yep.
See, this is why you brought up another point. Here's the thing. We make goals out of enthusiasm. And that's why we don't fulfill them, because they're not realistic.
Yeah.
They're more based off enthusiasm than really a commitment to it. You know, that's the thing. So we get hype. I'm gonna eat better this year. I'm gonna save more money this year. I'm gonna start this year. And you know, everybody else creating goals, so you start getting hype and create mine too. And all of a sudden, nothing. Because we get caught up in the hype, you know. So I'm into creating high goals, but realistic ones too.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, I froze my gym membership too. Well, I got to go up there and freeze it in person, but you know, I ain't going back right now during COVID. But the other thing too is this. You need to make an assessment here. We talked about why haven't we fulfilled certain things. What kind of excuses are we using not to do? Now, when you don't want to do something, an excuse feels like a justification.
Yeah.
But it's still an excuse.
That's the truth.
It feels right. It makes sense to me, but it's still an excuse. We got stuff sitting around. The biggest lies, two biggest lies. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll start tomorrow. And I'll pray about it. Y'all know it's true. You know, I'll start tomorrow.
I'm still waiting for the answer.
Right. And darn well, you already know the answer already. We just trying to find a reason to justify just not doing it.
Or looking for signs and things that aren't there.
Yes. Rather than just saying, I don't feel like doing it, we got to find an excuse for why not. But adults do what we want to do. You know, we really do what we want to do. So my first thing we're doing, we're going to make an assessment.
All right.
Figure out why we didn't fulfill them. If we started them, you know, Why did we stop? Or if we're still going, what can I do to help make the process easier? Also, what excuses am I making? Yeah, you're right, Ava. Talking about I ain't got time. Then you sit around for 30 minutes just watching TV or doing.
Yeah.
So what I'm
Scrolling
doing now. What'd you say?
or is it just scrolling on Facebook?
Yeah, you're
Social
scrolling.
media?
If you got like if you have an hour to scroll on social media, you have an hour to do what you need to do.
Mhm.
I was somebody did this tweet where they said they cut off the apps off their phone, the social media apps.
Mhm.
They were on social media up to 8 hours a day. Do you know how long that is?
Yeah.
8 hours? I was flabbergasted. I was like, you can't be serious.
It sneaks up on you.
Nobody can be on that long. And I'm like, but you know what? You can, because if you're awake maybe 14, 15 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, 8 hours?
It's bad. It's really
That's
bad.
horrible.
I'm trying to pull up because I get a notification every day, I think, of how much time I'm spending on social media. I have a little bit of an excuse because
Yeah.
social media is my job,
That's
but it's
your
like
business. Yeah,
it's like
business.
70 hours a week. And I'm like,
70?
that's insane.
Now, part of that is your business, right?
Most of it is my business, yeah.
Well, if you're making money off it, I don't care.
But still, I mean, that's a lot of time to be looking at a phone or on a computer.
Yeah. Hey, but don't blame us for that. Don't blame us for that. So, but
You're contributing to the problem.
right. But what excuses are we making that get the best of us? While we can't. The other thing I want us to think about too is that if we didn't start our goals, or if we started them and stopped them, what can we do now? Notice I didn't say what can you do December 31st.
Yeah.
What can you do right now? Right now.
Mm-hmm.
I have a salad waiting in the back. Unlike somebody else I know. No, I'm joking. I'm just
I did good today.
I got a salad.
I would say.
Right. But what can I do now? That's the other thing. What can you do now to get it going?
Mm-hmm.
They just like us bantering and mess with each other. That's all. Trying to be serious and stuff.
Serious conversation.
Right. What can we do now?
I feel like we get into the point where, oh, it's too late. I can't do it now. There's always a right time to start doing something that's going to improve yourself.
Absolutely. There's always a right time. Good way of putting it. It's always, when is a good time to start? Today.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I think we use I don't have all the money for it now, or I don't have all the time for it now, or I can't do it all now as the excuse not to start it.
Mm-hmm.
When you don't have to have a lot of money to start something, just start somewhere.
Yeah.
At least do research and, figure out where you can start. And start there and do something. Mm-hmm. Because the next part, so we got review your beginning goals. The second part is what thoughts are holding you back. What thoughts are holding you back?
Fear.
Yeah.
Insecurity. Doubt.
Because I think the part of the assessment is figuring out why we can't start, or why we start, never finish. And watch this. This is a conscious and a subconscious thing. Mm-hmm. There's an inner tape recorder that's playing that we don't recognize as playing about why we can't do things, how we can't do things, why we're not good at something. And that tape recorder is constantly playing. And that internal recorder stops us from doing certain things because it's in a subconscious level where you don't feel good enough, don't feel worthy enough, don't feel great enough. And you end up giving up on the very thing God wants you to do.
Yeah.
Because that subconscious thought process is driving our worth in what we do and don't do.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
So what thoughts are holding us back when you feel like, okay, I got to do this? What rings in your mind on a conscious or subconscious level that'll stop you from doing it? Like Maya said, fear, doubt, insecurity, feeling unworthy,
Mhm.
feeling stupid, feeling like you just don't know.
It's a real one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think too, a lot of that comes from just comparing yourself to others
Mm-hmm.
and thinking that there's always someone that's better than you. Like, and we talked about this before with the whole calendar, example. There's going to be someone else who's working on the same thing that you're working on, but no one can do it like you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nobody can do it like you. Fear these kids.
Oh my God.
Kids do change your schedule. So I'm learning I got to get up earlier or stay up later. It's the only way I can do it. Once this quarantine is over and, once COVID's over and I can send my kids back to school, then it's a little easier to do stuff. But until then, either got to wake up earlier, stay up later to get it done. But here's the thing, y'all. You don't need a lot of sleep when you're sinning. Come on, Maya, think about your college days at the Christian campus.
What's that supposed to mean? I went to bed at 9:00.
You're a liar. Sin, you don't need a lot of sleep when you're sinning. There folk go to parties, get an hour of sleep, 2 hours sleep, right up to work. Sin is exhilarating, but it's a false exhilaration because it gives you that feeling in a moment, but it wears you out after a while. But you notice when you're sinning, you don't need much sleep. Hey, Joanne, how you doing? All of a sudden, we start serving God. I'm tired. I need a full 8 hours of sleep.
Where did all that energy go?
What'd you say?
I said, where did all that energy go?
Yeah. How we serve the devil with more passion than we do God. So you're gonna be quiet through all this because I know she think about our college days, y'all.
I was a good kid in college.
No, I believe you were somewhat. I'm playing, but yeah. So sin has a way of feeling like passionate driving. Because we want to do something wrong, we find all the passion in the world to get it done. The question is, can we do the same thing for the Lord? So what thoughts are holding us back on a conscious level and a subconscious level?
Do you think that some of that lack of energy is doubt that God can, for lack of better words, make it happen?
Could be, yes. It could be doubts. It could be the other thing too is we never feel like doing the stuff we need to do. The stuff that's that we don't have to do, we find all the strength in the world to do it. It's like stay up, read your Bible. I'm too tired to read my Bible, but you'll stay up and watch an hour of TV before you fall asleep.
Yeah.
I'm too tired to go pray, but you're up just thinking about stuff. And it's like you could be praying, but when it comes to necessities, we have to have the not my will, but thy will be done thing. And watch this, which brings us to the next point, which is envision yourself doing it. Envision yourself doing it. You got to envision yourself doing it. When you see yourself doing it, that gives you a sense of passion to do it.
Yeah.
The problem most of us is we have the idea of doing it. We don't see ourselves doing it. We don't envision ourselves doing it. Think about doing it. See yourself in your mind doing that thing. When you have a vision for it, when you have a thought process for it, there's motivation for it. But if you're doubting, it's hard to see yourself in it. I think that's why God gives us dreams, because in your dream you can't fight him back.
That's true.
It's according to the book of Job. He says, I give you dreams so I can bypass your flesh. because he knows if he told us while we were awake, we would reject it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you wake up from a God-given dream, it's in you so intently that you can't
Yeah.
get rid of it.
Right.
You can try to deny it, you can try not to do it, but there's a passion in there that just,
It's yeah.
yeah, it's heavy. He says in Job that he seals the instruction in you. So by the time you wake up, it's in you. It is in you. So, we got to envision ourselves fulfilling it. That vision gives motivation. That's why, the Bible talks about writing a vision, make it plain.
Mm-hmm.
Write your goals down. See yourself in it. They used to tell me when I was started preaching, you preach to a crowd of 50, like there's 5,000 people in there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to act like with 100 people, there's 10,000 people in the room.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, your motivation is different.
Yeah.
And if you can't be faithful and passionate in the little, you can't be faithful and passionate in the many.
To me, like that means that you're not. Well, I guess you just said you're not in it for the right reasons.
Could be, yeah. I could be because I've heard, preachers. It's only gonna be 10 people in there. Let me just do this and get out the way.
No.
Mm-mm. You gotta be passionate and faithful with those 10. Like it's a crowd of 10,000 people in the room.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be real here. Some of those people that want 10,000 people in the room, there's a different pressure
Mm-hmm.
in a packed house. All eyes looking on you. It's a different pressure. Some people want the big stage, but aren't really ready for the big stage because they think, as Bishop said, they'll rise to the occasion. But you only rise to the level of your preparation.
Right. So you have to go through the process to get there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, I think about all the times before when I first started preaching, how many churches I was in, prisons. There was only 20 people in the building, 10, 15, and preach like it was like a packed house.
Yeah.
Part of that is faithfulness. But for me, it's maybe gifting. I feel more secure when the house is packed.
Mm-hmm.
If I walk in here and had to preach and this whole place was full of people, I'd be like, let's go.
It's like a different energy.
Well, energy, but it's also like, I'm the other side of it too. I grew up preaching here, so I'm used to crowds.
Gotcha.
See everybody is clicking. When it's a small crowd, a big place is like all y'all sit right there. Let me just focus on that one group. But you have to be faithful in a few things, some little things, for God to really make you a ruler over the many. So you have to envision yourself doing it and act like you're doing it.
Yeah.
Here's another big one. Before the year is out, we have to declutter.
That's tough.
Have to declutter. Oh, praise the Lord. It's quiet in church today, boy.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, you have to declutter. A clear space means there's a clear mind. A cluttered space, cluttered mind.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I don't like letting go of things.
Well, I didn't say you couldn't hold on to stuff. I just said clutter. If you have it organized, it's a different story. Are you a hoarder?
See, I wouldn't quite classify myself as a hoarder, but like there are things that I find sentimental and I don't like to let go of that should probably be thrown away.
Yo, I
love what you're talking about.
I love your mom. She comes in at the best times. She comes in at the best times.
I don't know her. I don't know this lady.
Sister LaBoo, your daughter's been very sarcastic with me and not nice at times. Just want to let you know. But I mean, I'm a sentimental person too,
Mm-hmm.
and I like holding on to certain things because it represents a time frame or a certain thing, you know. But I think you can organize that.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing: you want to know how uncluttered your mind is. Your bedroom is an indication of your thought process.
Yeah.
If your bedroom is uncluttered, your mind is uncluttered. If the place you find privacy and safety, if that's all out of whack, then your mind needs to be uncluttered too.
Mm-hmm.
So in this season, especially now with COVID going on, we got time to, fix some stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm reshaping my office a little bit, getting some stuff the way I want it to be. But clutter represents a cluttered thought process.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do a full assessment or think yourself clear if your mind is all over the place and cluttered.
So do you think that in turn leads to a cluttered, like, emotional status as well?
All that's mixed together.
Yeah.
Think about it. When you're like this, you're okay with clutter
Mm-hmm.
because your emotions are.
Mm-hmm.
When you start being more like this, it's like, all right, let me fix this, clean this up, make it look like I'm somewhat presentable, But there you can probably put a correlation in there. But we have to declutter, organize some stuff, put some stuff in place. And I get it. Sometimes you get busy.
Yeah.
And you don't have time to really put it together the way you want to. Or you get home, you're just so tired, you just want to sit there.
I'll do it tomorrow.
Yeah, you still tomorrow. Yeah, you just look at it and be like, not today. but in those moments where you say, you know what, I'm not doing it today, I'll do it tomorrow, that's your moment. Get up and do it.
Yeah.
As soon as you tell yourself, I don't feel like doing it, that's your cue. Get up, let's do it.
Gotta do it. Yeah.
I gotta stand up real quick. All this sitting down. So, declutter. Hey, my leader, what's up? Declutter. So Maya's gonna go home and declutter.
Yes, I'm gonna
what stuff do you hold on to?
So I have like my little like teddy bears. I have like this is random stuff that I had from growing up that I'm not using now.
Okay. They have sentimental value.
Yeah.
Well, again, I get it. You're preaching to the choir. I'm the same way somewhat. Certain things I can get rid of, but some things I'm like, let me hold on to that. Because it represents something when you see it,
Yeah, it means something.
Yeah. My grandmother gave me this plastic cup we used to use when we were kids.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot she still had it. I went over there and I was like, oh, can I have this? She said, sure. I was like, oh, man, we used to drink out of this when we were kids. So now my kids drink out of it. I look at it. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
That's useful. But organization is necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of us miss goals because we're not as organized.
Yeah. Oh, it makes it harder to find things too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's like we love the end result, but don't love the process to organize to get there. Fulfilling your goals is not like a magical thing where you just happen to get it. 30 fondue pots. Geez, how many parties do you have? Ava, golly. So golly. Fondue is good though.
30 of them though? That's a lot.
A lot. You must have big parties and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But a lot of this stuff needs to be organized. And I think that's what you're right, gets a lot of us in trouble. We don't organize. We just plan. Goal. Oh, sorry, keep talking. That's it. Goal. No organization though.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I do hold on to stuff, but not a lot of stuff, just the appropriate things. Stuff when I look at and be like, oh, I remember that. It takes you back to a nostalgic place.
But I guess there has to be a limit.
Well, there has to be a limit because there are some stuff I just got rid of. Like, this is just too much.
Yeah.
I don't really need this anymore.
I've been holding on to like my old Guitar Hero set. It's from I think it's a PS2.
Yeah.
Like, there's no need for me to have this. I haven't played the game in like 10 years. It needs to go. But I've been holding on to it this whole entire time
Why?
because of the sentimental. Like, I love that game.
Well, why don't you just play it then?
It's not gonna happen. I just know it's not gonna happen.
Oh, like I still have a Nintendo because every now and then I'll get the feeling. I'll pick it up and play Tecmo Bowl or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, plus that old Nintendo, they're hard to come by.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so got one of those old Sega Genesis.
Yeah.
Those stuff you still kind of pull out and play every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that organization, decluttering is important to our goals. So, oh boy, here's another thing. What relationships do you need to build to help you?
Mm-hmm. That's important.
You can't get to your goals by yourself. What relationships do you need to build to help you get there? You cannot succeed by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Ava, just sell them, baby. Get the money for them. You got 6 kids. That money will help feed you dinner for your kids or something like that. Like, you don't need 30 of them. Golly. You can get people to actually share a fondue. You don't have to have individual ones. Maybe think of Redstone's fondue. Man, that fondue is so good. Anyway, what relationships do you need? You cannot get there by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Some people make the mistake, and we talked about this during the business panel. Some Black people think, or people in general, that networking is butt kissing.
Mm-hmm.
But relationships still make the world go round. I hate to break it to you.
They sure do.
What relationships do you need to form to help fulfill your goals?
Mm-hmm.
Especially those of you that are in business. You got to have a relationship with your bank.
It matters who you know.
Who you telling?
Yeah.
You can make a phone call and, you can get stuff. You can, reach out to somebody and it's less time
Mm-hmm.
to go through that whole entire process. So, what relationships, your relationship capital is important,
Mm-hmm.
which means if you're not a nice person,
out of luck.
one of your goals is to be a nice person.
Yeah, that needs to be number one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think too, like,
be nice to me, Maya.
I am nice to you all the time. I was gonna say, I think it's important not to fall into the competition trap.
Right.
Of like networking with people who are in your market. Like, don't see them as competition, but opportunities to grow and to learn and collaborate.
Yeah, there's enough for all of us to eat out here.
Mm-hmm.
There's. I remember I was talking to people. I'm like, like church example, big church in the area, small church in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Why would the small church come at the big church when, say, a church got 1,000 people, this church got 100 people? They're in a city of 50,000 people, right? You so focused on 1,000 people that go into the big church and you got 100 people in your church, when you got 49,000 some odd people still in that community that aren't coming to your church. Go reach out to them. Don't.
Yep.
It's like, there's enough for us all to eat out here.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to be able to build our relationship capital up, because I'm telling you, who still matters. All I need is me and Jesus. If all you needed was you and God, Adam would still be by himself in the garden.
Yeah.
You need relationship capital, business owners, other people doing what you do to help you get to where you need to go. All right. So we're going to declutter. We're going to review our beginning of the year goals, envision ourselves doing it so we can be motivated, build necessary relationships. Now, don't build these relationships based off of selfishness and just merely opportunity.
Yeah.
Actually care about people.
There has to be a give and take.
Huh?
I said there has to be a give and take.
Yeah, give and take. Don't be selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Because especially successful people can sniff that out.
Yeah.
Don't use people. Bring something to the table also. Oh yeah, I get that. So what if you encounter too many opportunists masked as networking experiences, trust issues? You know, that's very true too. I think that's where you have to learn to put people in a category.
Mm-hmm.
In categories. I know they're selfish, but I can get what I need from them
Mm-hmm.
in this, but not anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. But and some people, they're too selfish. You just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Just completely leave them alone. It's like I don't mind direct sales and multi-level marketing. I've been in them. They're good for making money and all this. I have no problem with them if they're for you. They're not for everybody.
Right.
I just hate it when I haven't talked to somebody in 10 years. Hey, how you doing? What's up?
Yep.
And it's like, you're just waiting.
By the way,
boom.
I'm selling this. Yeah.
Right. It's like, at least be honest and say, yo, what's up? We haven't talked in a while. I'm in the business. Don't do the whole fluff.
Yeah.
Try to act like you really care about me.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And then the minute you say no, you never hear from them again.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna amass. You're gonna get around people that are opportunists. And here's the thing: I believe everybody brings something to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know how to work relationships, you can leverage every relationship. Not everyone, but most relationships, because some people are just too evil. You can leverage relationships to help you be successful in your business. So,
yeah.
All right. I start saying
that's important. I think sometimes people kind of like discount others because they don't meet a certain need that they have, but you never know who that person knows.
There you go. You're right. That's the thing. That's why we got to honor everybody. Because all of a sudden, this person, like you said, they don't think you buy something, but they know people.
Yeah.
And by relationship, they can make a phone call.
Yeah.
Relationship influence is still important.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people I can call today, hey, I need some help with something. Bypass certain processes. They put me right through. Good. I think it's what the Bible talks about. Having a good name is greater than silver and gold. Because a name will get you in places that money can't. It really can. Protect your name. Protect your reputation.
I say that works the other way around too.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Protect your reputation. So let's do last but not least, so we can close because I'm really getting hungry. And I need to walk around some. All this sitting down is making my legs feel like they're not as strong. Just to me, I mean, some people, they completely hate multi-level marketing or network sales, direct sales. And I think because people make it bad. Some people do it right and they're successful at it. But some people, I just hate the whole, since I've done it before, I hate the whole pitch. Yeah. It's like, I know what you want. Just get to the point.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cut the whole.
It's funny because I used to work at a bank and they tell you like all the ways to pitch and get some new clients. So I don't work there anymore, but I went to another branch. You tell right off the bat that the teller was trying to lead me into, the product. So I was like, I already know what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, literally. Like, yeah, you use credit card. Is it? No. No. You want to hear it out? I'll hear it out, but I'm not doing it. I'll give you the courtesy of hearing you, but the answer's still no.
Right.
I appreciate your persistence.
The minute I told her, oh yeah, I used to work there. Or I used to work at your branch. She's like, oh, okay.
That's crazy. But I guess when your check is on the line,
yeah,
your persistence.
No, you have to do what you have to do, but
yeah. Yeah. So the last thing is find a legit, what we call legit why. What I mean by that is this. You have to have a why for doing what you do.
Mhm.
This is the reason. This is the drive. Have a legit why. And don't fake it. Some people are like, I'm working hard. I want to work hard for my kids. If you ain't working hard for them now,
Yeah.
you know, I'm working hard so I can get out of debt. But if you ain't working hard now to get out of debt, then
Mhm.
you got to find a legit, this is why I do this. And that helps fuel your passion for it. You know? So have a legit why. Some people, it is their kids. They work hard, bust their butt to take care of their family. Some people, it's just, I want to have a lot of money. It's gotta have a legit why. But as kingdom people, our legit why, first, of course, is glorifying God.
Yeah.
But you have to have another why under that too. Most people aren't driven because they don't have a good reason to do it. It's just, but I do.
Mhm.
Have a legit why. And don't lie to yourself. I'm doing this to buy my mama a house. If you haven't worked hard to buy your mama a house at this time, then that's not a legit why. Be honest. All right, I'm done. Anything you want to share?
No, I was just trying to think, like, how would you do anything without having a legit why?
Well, I mean, I think people have temporary whys. Like it's enough to get them started,
Mhm.
but not enough to keep them.
Okay.
You know, having a good idea and starting it is enough glory for some people.
Mhm.
But actually going through with it and finishing it,
Gotcha.
not a part of it. So we all have to have a legit why that's going to help us get started and keep us during the hard times too.
Mhm.
It's one of those, I have to do this because if I don't do this, this is not going to work out.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm done.
That's good. That's good.
All right. Hope you guys learned a lot because my stomach is really growling. I hope you guys learned a lot. Yeah, we're like hungry every single time. You know what the reason why is because usually we taped after this. So it gave us time to eat before we started. Yeah. But now since he's homeschooling, I gotta, get home. So it's changing everything. So what's going on this week? Share with the people.
Yes. So today, of course, we have our recap at 5:30. Tuesday, we have the Link Couples Ministry at 7:30. Word Impact on Wednesday at 7. Thursday, I don't think we don't have a panel this Thursday. So what we're probably going to do is rebroadcast the encounter service.
Okay.
And people can watch again. Friday, we will rebroadcast the discussion. Saturday is emerging worship at 6. And then the encounter all day on Sunday. 5:30, we have Better Man. And then we start all over again.
Yeah. Why you feel like that? We'll be right back here on Monday.
There was excitement. I just missed it.
Right. Thank you, Shy Native 23. Yeah, please join us. Please join us again for our panel. Welcome all the new people watching. Welcome. Join us every Monday at 1 and a bunch of other stuff we do. Mm-hmm. Follow us on all of our pages. BBC of NJ, David G. Evans 1. Mm-hmm. I'm Nicholas A. Smith 1, Nicholas A. Smith. It changes with the platform. I try to get it all one handle, but I have a very common name, so it's taken up a lot of places. All right, y'all. All hearts and minds. Good.
Because we might have some people who aren't in this area in Lindenwold, New Jersey. So if you are geographically locked out, as we like to say, an hour away or so, join the Connections Church. It's a great way to connect it with some things that we have going throughout the week that might not be directly on Facebook and whatnot. So you can go to our website, go to bethany.com/connection and join.
Good. Glad to have you guys on as part of the team, and praise God. If all hearts and minds are clear. I haven't heard that in so long. If all hearts and minds are clear. We got to do a threefold amen too.
Right.
We'll see y'all later. Talk to y'all.
Bye.
Bye.